Hey Finnleboss fam, welcome back to our channel. In this video today we're exploring the skies and valleys of the Pokemon universe, showcasing the creme de la creme of avian pocket monsters. From the nostalgic flutters of our very first journeys to the majestic wings of legends, we're counting down the top 20 bird Pokemon that have captured our hearts and our Pokeballs. Whether you're a Pidgey trainer like me or a seeker of legendary flocks, stick around as we unravel a sky full of surprises, showcasing feathery friends you'll definitely want in your team. Ready to take flight? Let's dive in. Xatu is a mystical bird Pokemon inspired by the Native American totem poles and was introduced in the second generation. People believe that Xatu can see the future with its right eye and the past with its left one. Xatus usually stare at the sun. A theory suggests that it's because they do not want their visions of the future to come true. Xatu is a psychic flying type Pokemon with good base stats, and its expansive move pool allows it to go against most Pokemon typing. It is mainly used as a support or a defensive Pokemon that can help your team shift the tide of battle. Skarmory is a battle-hardened Pokemon, born and raised in harsh conditions that turned its skin and feathers into solid steel. Warriors from ancient civilizations use Skarmory's feathers as swords. Its rigid body rusts easily once it comes in contact with water, so it usually stays in when it rains. Skarmory is a defensive Pokemon with strong physical bulk, and it can become a solid defensive wall that works as a trap setter. Skarmory was treated as a pseudo-legendary Pokemon when it was released because of how rare and difficult it was to catch. Braviary is a bird Pokemon inspired by eagles, and it's highly aggressive and prideful. Braviary is one of the most reliable Pokemon. In a battle, it will go to any lengths to keep its comrades and friends safe. The more scars a Braviary has, the more it is respected by its peers. It is a solid attacker and can quickly sweep Pokemon teams. Its aggressive nature goes well with a solid attack moveset, allowing Braviary to stay in the game and cause significant damage. Judging by its name and beak, Toucanon is inspired by the toucan bird. Toucanon's beak can ignite, and the temperature can rise to 100 degrees Celsius. It also changes colour, turning red as the temperature increases. They're known as loving birds, so having them around during weddings is considered good luck. Toucanon is a powerful physical attacker with good overall stats, great move coverage, and is perfect as an all-rounder. Toucanon works well with a versatile moveset, but might be underwhelming against solid offensive teams. Sirfetch'd is a bird Pokemon based on white ducks, which is apparent from its yellow beak and webbed feet. It's an evolved form of Farfetch'd. Sirfetch'd was introduced in Generation the 8, where it was found that Farfetch'd attained this evolution after it had survived many battles. It is a noble Pokemon that prefers to fight fairly and is used to portray the image of nobility. It also boasts solid physical attacking capabilities and decent resilience. Sirfetch'd is capable of enduring hits while delivering potent counterattacks, particularly due to its impressively elevated attack stat. One of the strongest Pokemon introduced in Generation the 6. While Yveltal does possess wings and talons, its facial and bodily features are draconic. This keeps its categorization in limbo, and many fans do not recognize him as a bird-type Pokemon. Yveltal is a legendary Pokemon with the power to absorb life energy by spreading its wings. It's a mighty and versatile fighter with impressive stats that players can use to fill any role. Yveltal works best as an offensive attacker that can sweep entire teams, proving it to be a unique Pokemon to have on your team. Empoleon takes its inspiration from penguins, sporting flippers, and a body that closely resemble those of its avian counterparts. Adding to its unique features, its wings are equipped with razor-edged metal blades and sharp-clawed tips. Its webbed yellow feet are fortified with 3 formidable claws, capable of tearing through substantial chunks of ice. Empoleon is a very proud Pokemon that avoids unnecessary battles. It can swim as fast as a jet boat and is known as the Master of Waves. It is a strong Pokemon that works well in any team as a defensive tank. Blaziken, a classic favourite fire-type Pokemon, is moulded on a rooster, while its pre-evolved forms are based on chicks. Blaziken has strong muscular legs and excellent lower body strength. It can also produce flames from its ankles and wrists. Blaziken is an avid martial arts practitioner, and its flame burns more intensely when it faces strong opponents. It is a Pokemon with great speed and attack, and it can quickly sweep entire teams, especially if it manages to use Swords Dance. It can hold its own well even against water-type Pokémon if it learns the Thunder Punch move. Back in the original 151 Pokémon crew, there's Pidgey, a cute bird Pokémon that pops into everyone's mind when birds are brought up. It takes cues from little birds in its design, but when it comes to power, Pidgey is in a league of its own. This bird's got some serious muscle. Its wings can whip up windstorms with just a couple of flaps. It's the kind of majestic beauty that both players and trainers adore, thanks to its standout skills and graceful vibe. It works great as a hazard removal Pokémon, but its speed is the most vital stat that helps it attack quickly and support its team. One of the best starters and a strong grass-type Pokémon, Decidueye, the ultimate green bird Pokémon, is based on various types of owls. A cool and calm Pokémon which is easily spooked if caught off guard, but it's a task that's challenging to pull off. Decidueye can mask its presence, hiding from its opponents. It can fire an arrow to strike its targets quickly and at long distances. Decidueye has great overall stats and functions well with moves like U-turn, since it can cause damage and switch the game on its opponents, especially with the Shadow Sneak move. A sizable, fiery red bird Pokémon resembling a stork, Moltres is a Pokémon covered in flames and sheds embers every time it flaps its wings. It can heal its wounds by dipping itself in magma, and it flies south during winter since it doesn't handle the cold well. There's also a Galarian version of it, decked out in black with pops of scarlet. Instead of flames, it's all about this eerie vibe radiating pure power, so intense that other Pokémon find it tough to get near. Moltres is a solid offensive Pokémon powerhouse with great stab combinations. It can take down most Pokémon and is highly reliant as a powerful fire type. Porygon is a manufactured Pokémon with extraordinary physical abilities enhanced by installing additional software. This Pokémon's design is based on birds, visible by its body, wings, and beak. Scientists designed it to travel through dimensions, but that dream never panned out. The program failed since Porygon Z became highly erratic and difficult to work with. Porygon Z is a threatening sweeper and strong adversary with great special attack stats and speed. This artificial-looking bird can learn the moves of most types of Pokémon, making it an all-rounder that can even change its typing using the move conversion and conversion 2. Altaria is a beautiful bluebird Pokémon with a long neck and large wings with fluffy white feathers that encompasses its body, making it appear as a cloud. The Pokémon uses updrafts to gracefully soar into the sky. Its beautiful voice puts the listeners into a dreamlike state, but can also create shrill cries to attack its foes. Altaria is a solid defensive wall that can stand against powerful threats, primarily because of its unique Dragon Fairy typing. It has excellent overall stats and can quickly dent the enemy's defense while bolstering its team. One of the few bird-like electric yellow bird Pokémon, Zapdos, can cause thunderstorms with its electric charges. It has a Galarian variant with a red and black body which constantly seeks out strong opponents to test its might. Zapdos has top-notch stats and plays the offensive game like a champ. It really shines with stab moves, and it's the perfect candidate to be your team's endgame sweeper. Articuno is a fan-favourite bird Pokémon that has the power to control ice at will. It chills moisture when it flaps its wings and resides in permafrost's snowy mountains. Articuno also has a Galarian variant which is lavender in colour and uses its psychic powers to take flight. It is the most decent all-rounder of all three legendary birds and can work offensively and defensively. Articuno won't be your defensive wall, but it can always cause heavy damage to your opponents, making it one of the best bird Pokémon. Corviknight, a dominating blackbird Pokémon is based on a raven, and it is one of the coolest bird Pokémon because of its dark design and black body armor. It is a robust bird Pokémon, scaring any other Pokémon that try to challenge it. It frequently clashes with Skarmory because of their aggressive natures and strong bodies. Corviknight is one of the best defensive Pokémon that can become a one-man guard, with a fantastic move pool. It can remove hazards, take out its opponents, and deal heavy damage. Talonflame's design is loosely based on a falcon, apparent from its name to its design. It is a strong and efficient Pokémon that dives down to attack its prey and grasps them with its talons. Talonflame has fireproof wings that can shoot embers through the gaps between its feathers. It is a swift Pokémon that functions best as a revenge killer. It has a strong arsenal of support and attack moves that can be combined to create a great member for any Pokémon team. Hawlucha is a bipedal bird Pokémon that cannot fly but can use its wings to glide. Despite its compact size, it's all about nimbleness and staying balanced in battles by keeping its body agile and its center of gravity low. It is the only Pokémon capable of learning the move flying press, mainly because its favorite tactic is to strike from above. Hawlucha takes the lead as a top-notch sweeper, leaving even the fastest Pokémon in the dust with its speed. To knock out those bulkier opponents in a single blow, it needs a Swords Dance power-up. But if it gets that Swords Dance off, good luck putting a stop to its momentum. Staraptor is a Pokémon based on many large birds of prey. It usually lives alone and can easily hold its own in fights. If provoked, it can turn very aggressive, focusing on attacking even when injured or inflicted by status ailments. The real muscle of Staraptor lies in its stab moves. When the game's winding down, this bird can swoop in as a late-game finisher, using its sheer power and speed to knock out any weakened opponents. The mythical bird based on a phoenix, Ho-Oh, is the guardian of the skies and is believed to hold the power of resurrection. Anyone who catches a glimpse of this Pokémon is promised eternal happiness. It often perches atop the bell tower in Johto, where it's believed to have brought to life the legendary beasts Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. It is both a defensive and offensive champion that can work in any way, giving its team the winning edge. Ho-Oh is the champion of Bird Pokémon and one of the most iconic Pokémon in the world. And there we have it, the creme de la creme of Bird Pokémon. From the humble Pidgey that marks the start of many a journey, to the awe-inspiring Ho-Oh, guardian of the skies. We've soared through different regions, witnessed unique abilities, and marveled at the dazzling diversity among avian Pokémon. Whether it's the fiery plumage of Moltres, the psychic prowess of Xatu, or the battle-hardened armor of Corviknight, each of these bird Pokémon offers something exceptional to every aspiring Pokémon trainer. If you haven't caught them all yet, consider this your ultimate aviary bucket list. May your Pokeballs be ever accurate, and may your journey through the world of Pokémon be as exciting as the creatures that inhabit it. If you made it to the end of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, trainers, keep aiming for the skies